In our world, there has been thousands of years of evolution, and along with evolution came tools, and along with that came the evolution of tools. Today, I wanted to talk to you about vintage weapons and how to survive in the wild. The first item on my list is a rock knife. It can be made out of a number of stones, listing from flint all the way to obsidian. The way you make this weapon is you take the flint or obsidian and a harder rock, and you chip away at the first rock until you have a sharp enough tool to use in the wild. You could then tie it to a stick or bone to use it as a spear, or even just leave it as a knife and use it for close-range combat. The next item on my list consists of a number of different tools, all the way from a weighted club to a throwing stick for small game. And while the weighted club can be used for stuff like close-range combat and construction, the throwing stick can be used for more long-range hunting, for, again, small game. For our own personal demonstration, we decided to make a 4-pronged spear. This process took about 20 minutes. Yes, we did use bigger tools to make, and it wasn't in the wild, but we decided we wanted to make something that we could display to you that would be a good example of what one thing could like from the wild. To do this, we had to cut off both ends of the stick, about a hand size in diameter, to start the pronging. To start, we had to cut an X formation into one of the sides of the stick. It was then ready for us to add the space holders. We got these twigs from a tree outside and were ready to put them into the cuts we just made in the wood. Once the space holders were in, we started to carve away at the wood. This took probably 10 to 15 minutes of us whittling for it to then be able to be used. But we couldn't stop there. We still needed to charcoal the tips. This process actually serves to harden the tips so that they're stronger when being used. And for extra support, we decided to wrap paracord around the tip to make it even stronger. To do this, though, we had to heat up each edge of it so that the paracord doesn't split apart during use. And finally, we had to wrap this paracord around the entirety of the 4 prongs on the end of our stick. And after it was all wrapped, it came out to look very nice. This weapon, primarily, you would use it for fishing and catching maybe small game if you wanted to throw it really hard. And that would be the end of this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day.